It's no secret that metalography is the most reliable way researchers and quality inspectors have for determining the structure of a material. But it is also no secret that the grinding and polishing processes that are necessary to yield a good quality specimen can be labor-intensive and costly. There is a new way, however, to achieve perfect specimen preparation more efficiently and at a total reduced cost. New technology that is also easier to handle, store, and use. Components that work on existing equipment and do not require significant capital investment. The name of this innovation? The MD system from Struers. Struers is a worldwide leader in the manufacturing of equipment and consumables for metallographic specimen preparation. Over the years, Struers has earned a reputation for innovative solutions that ensure faster, more efficient, and more effective specimen preparation. The MD system is the latest development in a long line of industry firsts dating back to 1943. Here's Stephen Glancy, Director of Technical Services for Struers.
The MD technology is a break from the traditional pressure-sensitive adhesive sort of application of putting a polishing cloth down or putting a grinding format down. There were a couple of ways that we did things prior to the MD system. With respect to silicon carbide paper for grinding, we either used a pressure-sensitive adhesive on the back of the grinding paper, or when we didn't use a pressure-sensitive adhesive, we had to literally clamp the silicon carbide paper onto the platen. That in itself presented great difficulties. With respect to the polishing cloths, it went along a similar evolutionary path. We initially started out with what were called clamping cloths, where we had to clamp a cloth onto a platen. Then we advanced to the pressure-sensitive adhesive stage, where we would stick them down to the platen. Each had its difficulties. The MD system was the next step.
Each component in the MD system has a metal backing, which magnetically adheres to the MD disc.
The MD system starts with what is called the MD disc. This is the single disc that our customer needs to use for all of our consumables. Traditionally, we dedicated a disc to every step of the process. One for the grinding paper, one for the polishing cloth, another one for the other polishing cloth. We've since taken that to a single disc, and now we exchange the MD product on top of a single disc.
For the first grinding step, plain grinding, there are 3 different grinding discs to choose from: MD Piano, MD Primo, and MD Forte. These diamond-impregnated discs feature a newly designed bond formula that ensures there is no buildup of abraded residue. Because diamond is the abrasive used, you get absolutely plain specimens without any relief between different phases. The problems associated with edge rounding are also eliminated. All this means that the next step, fine grinding, can be reduced by 50% or more. And other than the occasional dressing of the diamond layer, MD grinding discs require virtually no maintenance. Fine grinding steps are combined into one single step using either the MD Allegro, the MD Largo, or the MD Piano 1200 composite discs. MD Piano 1200 is diamond embedded, so there is never a need to add diamond compounds. Diamond suspension or spray is applied to the MD Allegro and MD Largo at regular intervals during the process. Because diamond is also the abrasive used on the fine grinding discs, you're guaranteed the same uniform material removal rate as with MD plain grinding discs. All Struers MD grinding discs have a long life cycle. One disc can replace approximately 100 pieces of silicon carbide paper. But unlike silicon carbide paper, they provide a consistent rate of material removal. As this graph illustrates, material removal decreases immediately with silicon carbide paper, while it remains constant with MD grinding discs. After the fine grinding is complete, the appropriate metal-backed polishing cloths are magnetically attached to the same disc for the final steps. Because the previous steps maintained perfect plainness, polishing can be carried out in the shortest possible time. Struers MD system can be used on virtually any standard grinding and polishing machine. MD discs come in 3 sizes: 8 inches or 200 millimeters, 10 inches 250 millimeters, or 12 inches 300 millimeters. What's more, the MD system can be used on the full spectrum of materials. Let's take a look at a specific application, cast iron. Certainly, cast iron is difficult to grind, and silicon carbide paper is only a marginally acceptable medium. Traditionally, you start with a 120 grit paper and perhaps need to use 4 of these papers on the initial plane grinding. Then 3 to 4 more steps with subsequent papers of finer and finer grit. The MD system replaces all that with one MD piano disc. While the total grinding time is about the same, the operator is not required to constantly oversee the operation and change paper every 30 seconds, as is required with silicon carbide media. With the MD system, he or she can start the process and then turn attention and efforts to other tasks. Also with the MD piano, you reduce the incident of overgrind or faceting while producing superior edge retention and surface flatness. Next, the MD Allegro is used for fine grinding. Changeover from the piano to the Allegro is quick and easy. Again, operator intervention is minimized because the Allegro disc and the diamond suspension medium eliminate the constant replacement of silicon carbide paper. The final step is polishing using an MD Plus metal-backed polishing cloth. Again, this is a single-step process with quick and easy media changeover. So what has been a labor-intensive 6 to 8-step grinding and polishing process for cast iron is reduced to a 3-step process with the MD system. Here you can see a cast iron specimen that was prepared using Struers' 3-step MD process. Again, this reduction in steps means a decrease in the need for operator intervention during the grinding and polishing processes. This frees up personnel for other activities, making them much more productive. And the MD system has other cost-saving benefits.
There's a definite cost savings, and that's part of the program. We have the cost savings from the durability issue. The silicon carbide papers, for instance, are extremely expensive when you put them in perspective with what a piano or an Allegro or a Largo would cost. And some of the examples that we have out there now, we have effectively cut grinding costs, for instance, in half in some of our automated setups. We've taken what might be a 4-disc or 5-disc operation and replaced it with a single disc operation. That is a significant savings in cost. Also, these discs have to be stored, and space in a laboratory is generally at a premium. And we can take what was normally a large cabinet that was required and replace it with a single desktop sort of storage device. So we save a tremendous amount of space.
All the grinding and polishing discs are easily stored in the MD Concert storage carousel. Operators simply swing out the labeled tray and select the appropriate grade and size. Even the most advanced technology, equipment, and consumables will not produce excellent, economical results and operation efficiencies unless the expertise and know-how are there as well. That's why Struers is committed to providing more than just machines and supplies. Struers offers solutions. So remember, when it comes to metallographic grinding and polishing, the MD system enables you to achieve perfect specimen preparation more efficiently and at a total reduced cost. The MD system is also easier to handle, store, and use. It works on your existing equipment and does not require significant capital investment. The MD system from Struers, a worldwide leader in the manufacturing of equipment and consumables for metallographic specimen preparation.